You know, nothing's better than crisp chicken skin.
Right now on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, chicken never tasted so good.
There's a secret I haven't seen.
It's easy to do yourself when you learn the secrets from Chef John Varanese.
We're making that signature dish, plus the secrets to a soup made famous by a sitcom.
This guy makes the best soup in the city, Jerry. The best.
No soup for you.
You know, the soup Nazi would never reveal the secret to his soup, but you are.
One mulligatawny.
It's all right now in front of a live studio audience on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We welcome here to Paristown, home of our kitchen theater. I'm Kevin Harned, alongside my broadcast partner, Tim Laird.
And Kevin, it's a great day to be in Kitchen Theater because our guest is one of the most accomplished chefs in the Bluegrass. John Varanese has helped define Louisville's restaurant scene for decades, from the days of Azalea and more recently with his signature restaurant Varanese on Frankfort Avenue and River House, Levy, and Savor on the banks of the Ohio River.
And Tim, today Chef John is revealing the secrets to two of his most popular longtime dishes at Varanese, starting with a soup that you might have heard about on Seinfeld.
Oh. One mulligatawny.
What's mulligatawny and what makes it so good?
This is fantastic. How does he do it?
We're about to find out the secrets to how to make it yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, help me say hello to Chef John Varanese.
And along with Eric Abraham over here in the house today.
Welcome in. And Eric jumping in too. Thank you. Appreciate that. John, welcome back.
Well, thank you for having us. It's always great to be on this show.
Well,
It's
you've
always
been here
fun.
many times, and we always appreciate your hospitality and being able to sort of reveal the secrets. You're never shy about that. Some chefs are like, no, we're not going to tell our secrets. You've never been shy about revealing them.
No, because we're always creating something new in the kitchen, and that's kind of what we do in the culinary world. It's always evolving. But
Well,
you have your favorites that kind of always stick around, though.
And what a crowd this is, huh? They're hungry. We're hungry. The folks at home are hungry. So tell us what we're starting with today.
So we're doing our curried lamb and lentil soup, also known as mulligatawny. So people love this soup. It's, you know, once they actually taste it, you kind of hear it in the description, but you know, it's always great when you put it in front of you because 99.9% of you guys are going to enjoy this.
It's not just Elaine.
No.
All right, well, let's get started. Let's get cooking, like we say. How do we start?
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to saute our vegetables, and we start off with a little bit of olive oil. And the trick here is that we're going to caramelize the vegetables, bring out the natural sugar, sweeten them up, soften a little bit. Chef Eric over here is going to show you how to cut a pepper. Not everybody at home kind of really understands how we get these such nice cuts that are so even. So the trick is cutting the top and the bottom off so you don't have that curve in the bell pepper that makes it really challenging. And then he opened it up, releasing all the ribs from the outside of the pepper, removing the seeds. But then you have a very uniform piece of vegetable to cut through.
So you go to the julienne and then onto the dice. Yep. And then you know what's amazing is every one of these are the exact same size. That's what's incredible about that. That's the difference between a chef cut and a home cut. Mine's all different sizes.
When I buy it in the bag, it doesn't even look that good.
No.
So what we started off was mirepoix, which is their basic carrot, onion, and celery. So when you ever hear that when they're talking about recipes, that's what a mirepoix is. A little bit of garlic, adding just layers of flavor, and also some green pepper. So you really want to sweat this down, and you want to caramelize those vegetables and get that flavor all together. And then we're going to add our stock. So what you can't do quickly on TV, some of these recipes that we're doing today take some time. So first we start off with a boneless leg of lamb. It could be bone into, adds more flavor. We're going to rub it down with garlic and salt and pepper. We're going to put it in a pan. You could add some beef or chicken stock and also mirepoix, which we're going to take some bigger chunks of onion, carrot, celery, a little bit of garlic, some bay leaves, and then we're going to wrap it up really tight and we stick it in the oven for actually 11 hours. You know, we'll pop it in and put it in overnight. In the morning it's done, but you set it at 225 degrees so it cooks low and slow and kind of, you know, really keeps that flavor. So that's what really brings the flavor together in that soup is having that rendering from the lamb. You want to pull off any extra fat in it. So we have it over here. Usually we would just pull in the cold stock, let this simmer. So we're just kind of speeding things up here today, and we're just going to add our stock to our vegetables.
Wow, you can almost see that that's going to taste amazing.
And you could just smell the flavor of that stock. I mean, that's a homemade stock. There's nothing better. I mean, you know, you can buy a lot of stock, but I'll tell you, to do it this way, you know it's full of flavor.
Yeah, put a lot of stock into it.
The next thing you want to do is put in the lentils. We use a green lentil, and they take about 30 minutes to cook, so you kind of want to put those in at the beginning and let them soften while you're making the soup. And you want all these flavors to blend in together. And what spices do you like that we're going in here?
We do the cumin, coriander, and curry are the three that we put in there, along with salt and black pepper.
So we're doing about a tablespoon of each in the soup, and really kind of creates the backbone and flavor of the mulligatawny. So the mulligatawny is basically the curries, and with the addition of lentils and potatoes. So
Don't you like how the chefs measure? It's about a tablespoon.
it's kind of like built-in measuring utensils in your hands there. So now that it's simmering, we want to put in the potatoes, and we put the potatoes in last, and then we want to thicken it up with our roux, because if the potatoes cook too long, they kind of get mushed up in there. So we're trying to keep the texture. So we're always eating with flavor, smell, texture. You know, there's all those things that are kind of put together there, and then we're going to thicken it with roux.
Explain the roux, because I saw it look like it was a little thicker than the roux I know. Was that just flour and?
Yeah, so flour and butter equal parts. We use a little more flour to kind of get more of a thickening purpose to it. So there's different thickening agents. People use cornstarch and water, which would give it more translucent look. The roux gives it more of an opaque look, and it's a little richer. So you want to melt your butter, and then you slowly cook the flour in, and as you cook your flour, you're actually toasting it, and you're giving it flavor. So people that don't toast that flour, you're not getting that flavor. You don't want to burn it, but it's going to have that kind of a little bit of a nutty aroma. Also adding that roux to it too. You know, usually we have it measured out, so we kind of know where we want to be and how thick we're going to be, but you want to add a little bit of time. And it takes about 5 minutes for the roux to really activate.
Okay.
So you can kind of see how things are.
Well, that's perfect timing, because we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll check in back on the mulligatawny, the soup created from Varanese, with John Varanese and Eric Abraham, when we come back on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Stay with us.
Make food service easier with help from Dine Company, the restaurant store. If you prep, cook, or serve food, we serve you. Shop Louisville's largest selection of new and used food equipment and smallwares in-store or online at dinecompany.com. Experience the difference our people make at Dine Company, family-owned and operated since 1982.
Authentic Mexican cuisine at Gustavo's, with 5 locations, including one on Hurstbourne Parkway. It's food that goes way beyond burritos and tacos, with everything from sizzling fajitas to seafood. The bar is stocked with bourbon and one of the best selections of tequila in the area, and Gustavo's own Vida de Reyes Mexican lager, with a hint of jalapeno. Taste and feel the authenticity at Gustavo's Mexican Grill in Crestwood, LaGrange, Prospect, Norton Commons, and now on Hurstbourne. Open every day for lunch and dinner. Gustavo's Mexican Grill.
Zucker is the free app to find great deals to local restaurants and merchants. Find coupons, join local businesses' loyalty clubs, and play games right from your mobile phone. Save big at local merchants like Gustavo's Mexican Grill, The Manhattan Project, Maui Whitening, and many more. Help support local businesses while you save money. Check out all the great deals on Zucker. Download Zucker and start saving big today.
XOOKER. Zucker.
Tim Laird back with you on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs, heading out on the cocktail tour. This time we're in Louisville at Against the Grain Downtown Public House, where they make local beer right on site, along with top shelf pub grub. Everything from gourmet hot dogs and wings to loaded fries and onion rings. And who can resist the Coal Miners Brunch? A burger topped with melted white cheddar, maple aioli, house-made blackberry jam, and a fried egg. Have it with a house-made brew or one of Against the Grain's many creative cocktails. Right now I'm behind the bar where Josiah is going to show us one of those great cocktails.
All right, so this is the French 95, a variation of the French 75 made with gin, but today we're going to use bourbon.
So 20 better than the French 75, the French 95. Where do we start, Josiah?
All right, so first we're going to take an ounce of our sour mix.
Made in-house, by the way, fresh.
Absolutely, always. We're going to add an ounce of bourbon.
Little Monk's Road, bourbon.
There you are. Let's add a half ounce of our simple syrup. Kind of sweeten everything up. I'm going to give it a little stir. We'll strain it into the glass. And then top it off with a little bit of Prosecco.
Just like the French 75, but now the 95 is topped off with a little Prosecco, ready to go?
Absolutely.
Josiah, mind if I taste this?
Oh, please do.
All right. Wow. That is so good. I love it. This Monk's Road works perfect in this cocktail. Wow. Cheers.
The Secrets of Bluegrass Chef's Cocktail Tour is presented by The Amp at Log Still Distillery.
Savor seasonal food and fine wine on Frankfort Avenue at Varanese with live jazz 7 days a week. Cocktails, dinner, and private events. Late night dining too. The place to be is at the V. Varanese on Frankfort Avenue.
Stop chasing your dog with a toothbrush. Use Pet Silver Teeth and Gum Spray, the natural solution for your pet's oral health. And Funky Pet Breath. Get Pet Silver online at petsilver.com.
Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird at our kitchen theater at Paristown, cooking with John Varanese and Eric Abraham. And we're going to finish up the mulliganati as seen on Seinfeld.
Mulligatawny.
Mulligatawny.
You're through, soup Nazi. Back it up. No more soup for you.
Now, the one thing about it is, you know, the soup Nazi would never reveal the secret to his soup, but you are, aren't you, John?
Yeah, I found out his secret. So
Yeah, there's no saying, no soup for you, it's soup for everybody today. It's more like Oprah style. Soup for you and you and you. All right, we hit the break by saying we were adding the roux to thicken the soup. How did it do?
So as the roux starts to thicken up, you see at first when you're boiling the stock, you have a lot of loose bubbles. Those loose bubbles turn away and they start to thicken up, and you get really the tight bubbles, and the colors kind of really are more harmonious, and that's kind of, you know how it's thick enough. If it becomes too thick, you could always add a little more stock to it if you end up making that mistake. And you, again, as I said, you could always keep on adding the roux, just making sure that you whisk it up really good, because you don't want little roux balls that kind of think you had dumplings in the soup too, but not quite.
Like Kevin's gravy at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, full of roux balls.
Yeah.
So we like to put the lamb in last, and that's kind of one of the secrets that Chef Eric and I have learned over the years. And we'd always get really frustrated by putting the lamb in first, because when you're whisking it and you pull the whisk out, the lamb is all in your whisk, and you're always fighting getting it off. So it makes it a lot easier to do that. So
nice
one
secret.
of our little secrets at the end. And then we're just going to adjust the seasoning, a little bit of salt and pepper, and you know, it's very important, I think, to make sure that you guys balance seasoning. Some people just really under-seasoning things, and it kind of makes whatever product you're working on underwhelming.
And that's really why you're tasting along the way, which is really critical. When you're cooking at home, just taste it. You can tell. Does it need more salt? Does it need more pepper?
I mean, the soup is so good. It's just that
just
lamb
right.
stock is so rich. That soup is just really delicious. And Chef Eric's going to finish this off with
excellent
cucumber yogurt that we make, and just the tartness kind of offsets the fat.
Oh, with a V, by the way. There we go.
Yeah.
You see that? How about that? Look at it. It matches.
That's where it came from.
And there it is on the menu at Varanese Mulligatawny.
And it truly is a signature dish.
Yeah, for sure. Signed with love right at the table. All right, but we're not finished sharing the secrets yet. That may be the first dish down, but coming up next, what are we revealing the secrets to?
We're going to do the crispy chicken that Chef Eric made, and it's just been a hit and a wonder, and just something that I want to share, because once you try it, you'll be coming back.
You
for
were
it.
telling us even the kids love the chicken.
Yes, they do.
It's a
there's nothing left but bones.
All right, we're going to learn the secrets to that when we come back, and a lucky PNC Bank tasting table exclusive. How did the mulligatawny turn out? We'll have that answer when we come back with the folks from Varanese on Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs.
Zucker is spotlighting local restaurants. Download the free Zucker app and save at hundreds of local businesses right from your mobile phone. Here's today's local Spotlight restaurant.
Hi, I'm Eric. This is my dad, Kevin. We're the owners here at the Manhattan Project in Louisville, Kentucky. Start your meal off with one of our amazing appetizers, like our pork carnitas nachos. Dig in to one of our massive specialty burgers, like our pimento smash burger or our PB&J burger. And you can't go wrong with our build your own mac and cheese. We offer dine-in, carry-out, and catering for any of your special events. If you're looking for some delicious food, ice-cold drinks, and a great time, come see us here at the Manhattan Project.
Go to the Deal Marketplace section of the free Zucker app, select their deal, and save. Purchase the deal and save 50% while knowing you're helping a local restaurant. While on the Zucker app, join their VIP loyalty club and receive exclusive offers via email and text message.
Xooker. Zucker.
Download Zucker and start saving big today.
I'm Natalie Reese, the owner of Cooking at Millie's. We bring in local chefs from restaurants all around Louisville to walk you through a 3-course meal. It's a fun evening of you making dinner, eating, and learning a few things while drinking a glass of wine. We would love for you to join us one evening. Cooking at Millie's is for everyone. You know, bring a friend, bring your significant other, bring whoever you want. Just have a great dinner and a great night out.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Kevin Harned with you. I've made my way over to the PNC Bank tasting table, and we have a chance to actually see how that lamb and lentil soup tastes. I'm here with Preston, and you're going to have a chance to sort of dive in. You say you've been to Varanese before.
I have. I love it.
Yeah, it is a wonderful place, and I did ask, have you had this soup before?
I have not.
Yeah, so this is going to be a first time. I want you to go ahead and take a taste. Let's see how he did. It looks amazing. I'll be honest, I haven't had it either. I see a lot of nods going on around the table here, so they dove in first. But really the question is, how is it? The lamb, the lentils, the unbelievable stock that took 11 hours to make. Can you taste it?
Oh, it's delicious. Wonderful.
How would you describe it?
I love lamb, so I think it's hearty and just really good.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Well, thank you all for being here. We appreciate that. Always, the folks at PNC Bank stepping up to support the show. We appreciate that. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, it's that unbelievable chicken that nobody will deny. You're watching Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. We'll be right back.
Explore Kentucky in style with Mint Julep Tours. Experiences for all your senses. Bourbon distilleries, horse country, Kentucky breweries and wineries. Culinary tours with special access to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. Hassle-free fun for any size group, including corporate excursions and exclusive behind-the-scenes experiences crafted just for you. Mint Julep Tours, where the purpose of fun is to have some.
River House Restaurant and Raw Bar, now open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week, featuring the cuisine of Chef John Varanese with a Southern-inspired menu and an emphasis on seafood with a spectacular raw bar. River House, right next to the Water Tower at 3015 River Road. Reservations recommended.
Olive oil is an essential part of a healthy, low-cholesterol diet, and it comes in all flavors at Z Olive, home to the finest extra virgin olive oils from around the world. And you can try all of them before you buy. Z Olive also has a wide variety of fine balsamic vinegars. Great locale flavorings for everything from ice cream to steaks, marinades, and glazes. Z Olive makes the perfect gift, or make it your secret ingredient. Taste the finest at Z Olive in Westport Village.
At Ditto's, one of the region's top chefs is preparing your next meal, like the French Quarter Pork Chop Portofino or Ditto's Chicken Marsala and Citrus Salad. Ditto's Grill. Delightful, delectable, delicious. It's gotta be Ditto's. Bardstown Road at Grinstead Drive.
It's time for another Wine Find with John Johnson at the Wine Rack.
Well, tonight we have two wines from my favorite winery in South Africa, and that is Babylon Storen. Babylon Storen makes all their wines from 100% organically grown grapes. The first wine, the white wine, is made from a grape called Chenin Blanc. In South Africa, it's most commonly known as Steen and is the most widely planted grape in South Africa. It's a really interesting flavor profile that you get from this wine. There's a lot of tropical fruit to it. There's a little bit of pineapple going on. You get a lot of melon fruit, but the wine is dry. Great middleweight white wine. And then we have a really tremendous Shiraz. You get a big, full-bodied, fairly dense red wine with a lot of deep, dark berry fruit to it. You get some chocolatey notes. There's leather in there. There's plenty of spice. Excellent choice for everything from steak to pork, anything hearty. Come check out these wines from Babylon Storen and all the wines that we have from South Africa and other exciting wine regions around the world. We think you're gonna like what you find. Cheers.
Thanks, John. Stick around. We have more Secrets of Bluegrass chefs coming up.
The Wine Rack, bringing you wines, beers, spirits, and cheeses of the world for over 18 years. Local, independent, and now offering delivery from the heart of Crescent Hill and online at wineshoplouisville.com.
Originally in Tribeca, New York City, Rock is now in Louisville. Rock offers homemade and fresh quality food with an extensive wine and bourbon list. I will ensure that your Italian experience will be memorable. Rock on Bardstown Road. Ciao, a presto.
Welcome back to Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. I'm Tim Laird in our kitchen theater at Paristown, this time cooking with Chef John Varanese and Eric Abraham from Varanese.
And here we are, yeah. Give them a round of applause. Well, we're not finished sharing the secrets. Again, before we went to break, we said, hey, we have something that you have defined this as sort of earth-shattering, groundbreaking. This is a new way to make chicken. What makes this so special?
Well, this here is that we're gonna sous vide it.
Okay.
You know, so this is technology Thomas Keller's, spent many years of honing in and making sure that you're retaining the best moisture in cooked product, just to make it the most tenderest, flavorful possible. So.
And for some people, I mean, sous vide 10 years ago at home was not even a thing. I mean,
No,
you
right.
couldn't do it.
Now that you can go to the Dine Company and actually get a sous vide, not as big as this one. You don't need this size of one, but they're actually doing it at home too now. So this is great.
Yes, definitely find something that's affordable and people really enjoy it. And for me, especially when we do very expensive cuts, like when we bring in Japanese Wagyu, that's $125 a pound. You don't want to mess it up. That's the perfect way. And as compared to when you cook steaks, you're always having the temperature change. You got that hard sear on the outside, and it's really like medium well, medium. Then you get your medium rare in the center. This way, it's medium rare all the way through from top to bottom. And same thing with the chicken. You're not overcooking it. You're not drying it out. And we'll talk about one of the secrets as we get into it.
Beautiful technology. Let's jump into the whole deal here.
Yes, we just start off with the whole chicken. And we're just serving half of it per person.
Half per person. That's a big serving. I'm in. I like that.
2.5-pound chicken.
Wow. So at home, you know what? You can save money by buying the whole chicken. And Chef just showed us how to just break that in half. You want to take that backbone out. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, we just take this out, and then we save this for stocks. And then you have your two halves right here.
You just have to have a very sharp knife.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and leaving the bone in too. I mean, bone's flavor, so you're adding a flavor to it. So.
And then we just rub it with our, it's like our pork chop seasoning rub. We use it on this chicken also. It's chili powder, paprika, garlic, salt and pepper, brown sugar.
Yeah.
See, you're better than the Colonel. You revealed your secret spices, didn't you?
From at that point, we put it in a vacuum seal bag, so it's going to look like this.
Right.
And Chef Eric's going to put it in the circulator for us. And
that is the sous vide. That's cooking that. It won't take long.
And what's the temperature you have this set at?
So this is set at 152 degrees. We're going to cook it for 3 hours, so it's kind of low and slow. The more time you cook it, it helps start breaking down the structure of the meat, so it helps tenderize it.
Okay.
So if you were cooking a steak, you could probably do it in 20 minutes, but we're working on tenderizing this. A filet you don't have to tenderize, but it makes it more tender. And you know, the other secret here is that everybody believes that chicken has to be cooked at 165 degrees, but cooking it over 2 hours at the temperature 152 makes it cooked all the way through. It takes care of the salmonella. And the one thing that Keller has found out is that at 152 degrees, anything over that, you start to lose water retention. So that's when your product starts to dry out. So, you know, that's really the big trick of that. So when it's done, if you know, you could cook it from hot if you wanted to. This has come out chilled. But if you do it straight out of the sous vide, I recommend kind of patting it dry, because if you're putting it in hot oil, and you could do it in your daddy fryer at home. We're doing a shallow fry here for TV, which you know, a little more oil than sautéing it at normal. But you don't want that extra water on there. You might see a little bit of splatter in here because there's still moisture on the edge of that chicken. And what we're going to do here is crisp it up, and Chef Eric's going to show you his secret to his slaw that he makes.
Yeah, we just do a green cabbage slaw. It's vinegar, salt, and pepper, kind of acidic, something to cut through the rest of the dish, because we serve it with macaroni and cheese.
Eric's homemade mac and cheese, heavy cream and yellow cheddar.
Now we're talking.
Reduction there, and it makes it nice and thick. And so we're had this pre-made. You put a little bit of this on a plate, and really how much you really want. And the chicken, you don't have to worry about cooking it because it's already cooked all the way through. We're just making sure it's hot. If you cook it right out of the sous vide, you don't have to worry about that. But the important part of this step is making sure it's crisp. You know, nothing's better than crisp chicken skin.
And I noticed that Chef didn't drown the slaw with that dressing. You just a little bit goes a long way.
Yep, still
and
nice
then give
and
it a
crunchy.
toss.
Yeah, because then you got the soft macaroni. And
Keep the crunch, soft macaroni, crispy chicken.
And I noticed when you picked the chicken up, it was about ready to fall apart. That's another great thing about the sous vide.
Super
is it just
tender.
Cooks it very tender.
And we just like to drizzle a little bit of the sauce on there. And makes a great presentation. But again, when all these flavors really blend together, it's just
And what is this?
a great dish. This is the salsa verde.
Salsa verde you talked about. And
Yes.
then it's such a colorful dish.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this plate.
I mean,
God,
who-
that's gorgeous.
Who thought chicken could be so good?
That's right. Oh, there it is.
How about that?
When we come to the restaurant, how do we order it? Crispy chicken? Is that
Crispy chicken?
Is that what's on the menu?
Yeah.
Crispy chicken?
Yep.
They'll know what you're talking about?
Know what you're talking about.
And you'll get the
The
mac
one
and
only.
cheese too?
Get the mac and cheese, the
Everything
slaw,
on it?
whole half chicken. I mean, it's a great portion, great meal.
Well, you never disappoint when you're here, always revealing the secrets of something new. John, Eric, thank you.
Well, thanks for having
We
us.
appreciate you being here. For folks that may be watching at home, didn't catch earlier, tell them where your restaurants are.
2106 Frankfurt Avenue and 3015 River Road. Come see us at River House, Levy, and the Savor. Veronese open 7 nights a week, and also have live jazz every night.
Live jazz.
Beautiful place. The doors open up. It's wonderful. All of your establishments are.
Got an old gas station and an old boathouse.
Yeah, right.
What more do you need?
John, thank you. Appreciate you for being a friend of the show.
Great. Thanks, John. Eric, thanks for your...
Everybody in our studio audience is going to have a chance to take a taste. You could be one of them. It's easy to do by logging on to mintjuliptours.com. We have to say goodbye for now, but Tim Laird and I will be back on another edition of Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs. How do you like that?
If you like Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs on TV, you'll love to see it in person. Great time.
Fabulous.
Join us at the Secrets Kitchen Theater in Louisville's historic Paristown.
This is a great experience.
I love that.
Watch top chefs reveal their secrets
And I don't really hold back on this stuff.
and then taste everything they make.
Delicious.
You can also enjoy all the other fun and shopping Paristown has to offer while you're there.
We had a really good time.
Get your tickets now online at mintjuliptours.com. And hurry, because space is limited.
This is so good and so popular.
Watch Secrets of Bluegrass Chefs on TV and see it in person by going to mintjuliptours.com.
It was outstanding.
Make your reservations today.
Still cooking.
Appreciate you sharing the secrets.